The Champions League playoffs have delivered lots of goals and drama. Vinicius Jr. dancing his way to the round of 16, putting Madrid on his back as he's one of the hottest Champions League players. Atletico de Madrid picking up form, with Sorloth bagging a hat-trick against Club Brugge. Newcastle making light work of Karabag, with Anthony Gordon and another stat-padding masterclass. PSG and Monaco in the Ligue 1 Classique, where PSG left more questions than answers, as they aim to go back-to-back in the Champions League. Juventus coming so close to a generational comeback, but Galatasaray and their talisman, Victor Osimhen, crushed those dreams, and a controversial red card that leaves Juve fans thinking what could have been. Bodo Glimt keeping the fairy tale alive, making light work of Inter Milan in both legs. And Atalanta saving face for Serie A, keeping Serie A relevant in the Champions League as they made an astronomical second leg comeback against traditional chokers Borussia Dortmund. The round of 16 matchups are set, and everyone knows their paths on their way to Budapest. And here we are to give you the round of 16 predictions. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment your predictions down below.
That is right, ladies and gentlemen. The Champions League is back, and the bracket is set with the left side looking very, very heavy top. Every team besides two, Galatasaray and Atalanta, have won the Champions League in recent years. The right side looks like a walk in the park for some teams. Only Barcelona has won the Champions League, and it's been about 11 years now. So let's get into these matchups. First game, we have Paris Saint-Germain against Chelsea. What do we see going on in this game?
PSG got a lot of questions over their head at the moment as they look to go back-to-back in the Champions League. Chelsea, unpredictable as always.
Unpredictable.
And as of the date of recording, another London Derby loss doesn't help the cause.
London is red?
London has always been red. I think this game is going to go to PSG.
I think PSG will take this. It is a Club World Cup rematch. But I believe PSG, if they can get everything in order, if Dembele can secure his injury status, because he is injured once again, they should be able to move on. Next up, we have Galatasaray against Liverpool. First game is away in Gala, actually.
I think this game is going to be a no-brainer. I think, again, Liverpool, another team with a lot of question marks over the head. I think Liverpool is more than capable of advancing to the quarterfinals, but I will say this. I think they're going to go to Galatasaray and leave with a draw.
I believe Gal is going to get some points out of their home fixture. This is a team, both of them actually, with great, great home fans. Galatasaray, with their fans, you see what they just did recently, and Liverpool and at Anfield, the You'll Never Walk Alone. It's going to be a great matchup there as a home turf. Next up, we have the annual visit, the annual matchup. This might as well be a league game by now. Real Madrid against Manchester City for the 30th time.
Yeah, it just feels like every year you press replay and replay and replay on this fixture.
I think milking the fixture at this point.
I think both teams are going into this game really strong. I know Madrid are in a bit of a crisis at the moment, but I just think that at the end of the day, the resilience that they've shown in the Champions League and that experience and that hunger, I think it's going to give them the edge versus Manchester City. I know it's Guardiola's last year, And I know Guardiola has a lot of big things that he wants to accomplish before he leaves, but I just don't think the Champions League is one of those.
So you're going with the Madrid win?
I'm going with the Madrid win.
I'm going with the City win on this one. I think Madrid has a lot of injuries. No Bellingham, no Mbappe as of right now. So I believe City is going to take this. And the second game's at the Etihad. Next game, we have Atalanta against Bayern Munich. Keep it short and sweet. Bayern Munich.
Bayern Munich.
Serie A is falling off. There's a lot of questions in that league right now. And I think Atalanta is trying to keep them up, but not in the Champions League.
Not a Champions League. I don't think Atalanta has what it takes to even challenge Bayern Munich at the moment.
On the right side of the bracket, the easier side, as some people would call it, we have Newcastle against Barcelona.
Well, Barcelona in the league is one thing. Barcelona in the Champions League is another. Newcastle in the league is one thing, and Newcastle in the Champions League is another.
I can agree with that.
And there's one thing we can't deny. Newcastle in the Champions League this year have been absolutely, they've been just a complete monster of a team. And Barcelona in the Champions League, I'm going to say this, even though they did automatically, go through, it wasn't until the last couple match days. I think they have a lot of questions over their head.
100%.
I think Newcastle is going to feel inspired, and I think Newcastle is going to walk away from this tie and into the quarterfinals.
I'm going to disagree with you, of course, but I do think it's going to be a hard game for Barcelona. Their high line is just, it's not doing it. They do lose focus. They don't have the right players for that high line. Pedri just came back from injury. De Jong is now out with injury. First game is at St. James Park, but anything can happen. Barcelona did play them in the group stage and did get a result at St. James Park, so we will see. Next up, Haram Ball. We got Atletico against Tottenham. This could go either two ways. It could be a good watch or just a boring park the bus type of watch.
You never know what you're going to get with Cholo Simeone. And you never know what you're going to get with the Spurs. Spurs have shown a lot of quality in the Champions League. It's a shame they haven't shown any of that in the Premier League. But hey, what do you expect from a team that plays in a toilet bowl stadium?
I agree with that. And it's so bad that they qualified automatic in 5th place in the Champions League. And they are currently almost about to be in a relegation battle in the Prem. They are a mess of a team right now, but I don't know. If Atletico can implode themselves and Tottenham can go through, but I don't think so. I think Atletico's going to get this win.
I think Atletico's going to implode, and I think Spurs are going to go through.
Oh, my God. Spurs fan. You heard it here. Next up, we have Bodo Glimt, everyone's favorite, against Sporting.
I want to go with the fairy tale. I want to say that Bodo Glimt are going to continue moving on. I want the Cinderella story to continue. But there's going to be a hard reality check here. I think Sporting isn't going to play any risks. It's hard for me to believe that they're going to walk into this game thinking that they're the most dominant team. They're going to respect Bodo, and I think they're going to make quick work of Bodo. I think, unfortunately, the Cinderella story ends here.
It's going to be such a sad day, but it's going to end someday. And I don't think it's going to end in the first leg, at least. Not at home for Bodo Glimt. I think they will win that game, but the second leg, I think it'll end there. Next up, another light game. Easy. Leverkusen, Arsenal.
Well, it's going to be a straightforward game, but we need to see. Arsenal in the last couple of Prem games, they've dropped a lot of points, and in the last 15 minutes of most games they've played, they show a lot of insecurity. They're having a hard time closing out games recently. So hopefully they could bag a few goals in the first leg in Germany and make it a walk in the park in the second leg.
I definitely think that's what they need to do. Let's see if that's what they will do. Arsenal should easily win this game. And honestly, the path that they are looking, they should easily be in the semifinals at least. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Our predictions for the UCL round of 16 matchups. Let us know what you think. Comment down below your predictions, and let's see who gets more of them right. We'll see you in the next episode.